Hi, I'm Mary O'Malley, and I'm a GTD coach.
I'm Julie Ireland. I'm a GTD coach.
And today we're here to talk about capturing, right, Julie? The capture habit.
The capture on the fly habit.
That's right.
The out and about. What do you do in these very sometimes like nuanced situations where you know, something shows up and you definitely want to capture it, but it maybe you're busy or maybe you're talking to somebody or maybe, it feels a little weird to pull out the phone. So I don't know. That's our topic of conversation for today.
Yeah. What do you do? Um, can you share the story about being on the plane? I think it's a good place to start.
So this is where sometimes it does get kind of interesting. So I was telling Mary the story. I was on a flight the other day, and there was a couple in the two seats in front of me, and I recognized the hat that the guy was wearing because he was on the flight to. Was going to Denver. We were flying back to Los Angeles, but they were also on the flight just like 3 days before to Denver, and I recognized the hat. So when we landed and everyone was getting their luggage, I just said, "Did you guys fly to Denver?" Because I recognized the hat. And it just started this like lovely rapport and conversation. It was so sweet. And we were deplaning and we were walking the jet bridge, and he's just talking and talking and talking. And we were kind of waiting for the shuttle, and he was like, "Make sure you look me up on LinkedIn. I'm a professor at Loyola." And I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, I didn't want to pull my phone out. And I used to carry the GTD note taker wallet, which was like a lovely wallet with a pad of paper and a pen in it. And I just don't have that anymore. And it made me think like maybe I need to investigate another version of that because I would have felt more comfortable pulling out a pad of paper saying, I'm going to write this down because I don't want to forget it versus taking out my phone, which like leads to like other things and all the text messages that are there. So it was just a funny thing. I literally did not write it down. I was like, okay, memory. And then of course I forgot all about it until like 2 days later when I looked up LinkedIn, in which it was fine. But it was kind of one of those things where I really was like, okay, universe, you're gonna have to have my back here.
So I liked this because I pointed out to Julie that I think I would have pulled my phone out, honestly.
Yeah.
And I know you to be so sensitive in a great way to the energy and the depth of a connection that you really wouldn't want to break that connection. And you're right, pulling out your phone would have 1000% lessened that or broken it.
This was particular. Like he didn't break eye contact with me.
Yeah.
This is like he's like a Vietnam vet. I am not gonna blink if I takes the risk of like disrespecting this guy in any way, right? So it also maybe was a little different than like maybe being at the supermarket or something. But it was funny. I was like internally, like, what do I do here? I'm gonna just let it go and trust that my brain will in fact bring it back to me, even though that is precisely not what we're supposed to do.
But also, eh, every exception proves a rule.
Mhm.
And I think that was the right thing in the moment to do. I think that like prioritizing the connection
Well,
was
I don't know about you. I usually just use brain toss. I talked about it all the time in coaching conversations. I love that I can pull up my phone, click the app, click the microphone, look so and so up on LinkedIn, click the thing, and then now it's in my inbox. And I'm so used to doing that. And I love that. I love how seamless it is. And sometimes it's for me, and maybe I'm just overly sensitive. Sometimes it feels awkward to pull the phone out, even though almost everyone has a phone in their hand all the time. So maybe I'm, overthinking it.
I don't think you were. I think you did it right because it showed up again and you got it. And I like this story because it does point out to be present. What are you doing versus what are you not doing? And
Yeah.
you're saying, like, I'm going to stay here and maintain eye contact and be present with you
Yeah.
versus pulling out my phone to make sure I'm capturing all the
Yeah.
things.
It's like that's like 10 minutes I'm never getting back, right? It was awesome. It
Yeah.
was really lovely. It's made me think about things a little bit more, which is great. Like, you and I have been practicing this and we keep refining our practice. That's the thing with all the technology and all of that stuff. We still get to really about what's best in this scenario. For me, it's not black and white, and it's sometimes situational.
Yeah, I will say that I used to type a lot of things into I use Trello. I used to type a lot
Mm.
of things into Trello.
So when you were out and about, you'd think of something and you just send yourself a note in Trello.
Well, I can just from the app, the
Mm,
inbox opens.
I
So,
see. Oh, great. Oh, wow.
but then even opening Trello and typing was like 5 seconds too many that
Okay.
I didn't have. So I really have started to take pictures of things and
Mm.
send that to Trello. So my inbox will have a lot of photos in it that
And do you put a note or anything? Like, do you just send the photo and you know that it'll just trigger you enough to
usually I just
clarify and organize it? Okay.
I would say if I really need to, I will add a note, but for the most part, visual is a good medium for me. So
Yeah.
I see it and then I remember what I cared about, what I was capturing. Oftentimes I'm taking pictures of words too. I'm taking
Oh,
pictures of
interesting. Okay.
a paper or
Well,
something.
and it's great that, that's really helpful because I think what I see a lot of is people take photos, but they don't do anything with it. So their photo reel can become like a bogged down version of a capture bucket. So you're taking that a step further, which is great.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I guess if someone didn't have a tool that they could connect in that way, they could just make that part of their weekly review. They take photos on the go, and that's part of their capture. And then part of the get clear, they would just go through their photo reel. And
What do you do like if you're in a doctor's office and it's quiet and you think of something, you just pull up your phone and just use Trello?
yeah,
That's great.
yeah, 1,000%. But then I have had clients specifically, this started a client who was a high school dean. And the second he left his office, he would be sort
Just
of
like,
inundated. Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
can we talk about this? And like, did you get my email
the
about that?
swarm.
Right. Yeah. And what we came up with was you don't have to be the person to capture that. You can direct
Mm.
others to your capture places.
He would say, "Hey, that's great. Email me," or something like
Yes.
that. Oh, that's brilliant. That's great.
And sometimes people would say, like, oh, I did email you about that. They were kind of
Mm.
coming back faster than he had had a chance to get back to them. So that was good. Okay, I have it. It's in my email. Like I will, I will get to that today or tomorrow. No worries. You can rest assured it's captured.
That's
Um,
great.
and then he kind of found a tiered system where, hey, will you email me about that? Hey, will you text me about that?
Okay.
Hey, will you call my office and leave me a voicemail about that? And there were just things that would pop up in a way that was supportive of him. So he was sort of directing the capture. When I have clients who have a similar situation, I'll tell them about that story and see if that's going to be something that works for them.
That's a tough one. He doesn't want to lose track of anything, and at the same time, like, how would you possibly do all that?
It just would become your whole job. It would just bog your entire system down.
Yeah.
It was a lovely way to stay connected and then also ensure that he was capturing without, like you said, like bringing out his phone or having to write a bunch of things down that maybe would make sense later, but maybe wouldn't because he wouldn't be in the context in which he captured it.
Yeah.
Walking around campus, he was going to change context so many times.
As you're talking, I'm thinking of another scenario, which I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm thinking of the gym. So I go to the gym. I'm like the one person in the gym that does not have my phone with me. I'm not listening to music. I'm not watching. I'm not following anything. I love that like space. I think I told you the story of Tom Waits who was driving down the high PCH and he would like yell at his muse and he would say,
Yeah,
"You have to wait till I'm at a stoplight." Can you just give this back to me when I'm with my phone again? So there also is like a little faith and trust. I don't want to have my phone with me in the gym.
there's a piece of that that allows you to kind of lean into your system to know that you don't always have to be like on
Like
it.
it's okay. it's okay.
And then,
I don't have like one of those like waterproof whiteboards in my shower. Not going that far. Some people have that. They're very proud of it.
if you have that, that's great. Let us know. We have a client who his industry was sprinklers, like installing sprinkler systems, and he had waterproof
I feel like you told me that before. That's so great.
yeah, to be able to capture while he was on the job out in the field.
Fascinating. Well, we would love to hear from everyone. What are your little secret sauces with this? Like, what works? What doesn't? What do you bump into? Let us know.
Yeah. How do you capture on the go what's been supportive for you? And if you have a video that you would really like for us to make or one of us to make, please let us know in the comments. And if you are thinking about coaching, you know GTD, you know what we're talking about, and you're hearing both of us talk about clients we've had, and you're thinking, yeah, I would like that. I would like someone to help me set this up because I'm trying to do it on my own and it's not working as well as I would like. Go to GTD Focus and hit the button, talk to a coach. You'll be able to immediately be connected with a coach and we'll be glad to hear from you. All right.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes. All right. Thank you,
All
Judy.
right. You're welcome. Cheers.
For more GTD resources, visit davidco.com and David Allen's YouTube channel. To explore coaching, email info@gtdfocus.com or visit gtdfocus.com and click Talk to a Coach.